Never Enough Hockey by Gilles, Tibo. At the crack of dawn, Nicholas's dad came running into his bedroom. "Quick, Nicholas, get dressed. Hockey camp starts today." But Nicholas couldn't even lift his head. His dad felt his forehead, then ran out and got a thermometer. Nicholas's teeth chattered as he held it under his tongue. "Nicholas, you have a very high fever. You need to stay in bed." "Oh no," Nicholas groaned. "What about training camp?" Nicholas knew he was really sick because his dad, his mom, and even his sister were not joking about it at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long days passed with his family pampering him. He rested, took his medicine, drank lots of water. While all his friends were at hockey camp, Nicholas watched movies with his cat. He wondered if he would ever feel better. Finally, on the 7th day, Nicholas woke up feeling great. His dad was just hanging up the phone in the kitchen. "Nicholas, I have bad news and good news," he said. "Start with the bad news," Nicholas said. "Unfortunately, it's too late to join the training camp." "What?" said Nicholas. "What's the good news?" "Coach said you can try out with everyone else in a week. If you qualify, you can be part of the team." "But I've missed all the training. How will I keep up with everyone?" Nicholas was completely discouraged. He sat down to eat his cereal and announced, "I've had enough of hockey. I think I'd like to try another sport." His parents just stared in stunned silence. "Other sport?" asked his sister. "What other sport?" Nicholas grabbed the phone. Since all his hockey friends were at training camp, he called on other friends. An hour later, Nicholas headed out with his dad's old tennis racket. He met up with Maddie, the tennis champion. Maddie gave Nicholas tips. She encouraged him. Nicholas improved. He played and played. But at the end of the day, his arms felt like spaghetti. Tennis was not for him. The next day at the park, Nicholas tried gymnastics with Dominic. Dom gave Nicholas tips. He encouraged him. Nicholas improved. He somersaulted, spun, and even did a backflip. But at the end of the day, he was so dizzy he didn't even know where he lived. Gymnastics was not for him. The next day, Nicholas went running with Julie. Julie gave Nicholas tips. She encouraged him. Nicholas improved. He was sprinting like a leopard. He was running like a gazelle. But at the end of the day, he had cramps in his thighs, calves, and toes. Running was not for him. The next day, Nicholas played table tennis with Kim. Kim gave Nicholas tips. She encouraged him. Nicholas improved. His reflexes were as fast as lightning. He returned every shot. But at the end of the day, Nicholas was so tired he collapsed on the floor. Table tennis was not for him. The next day, Nicholas tried lifting weights with William. William gave Nicholas tips. He encouraged him. Nicholas improved. He was lifting weights as heavy as elephants. But at the end of the day, Nicholas's muscles were sore and blown up like balloons. Weightlifting was not for him. The next day, Nicholas tried yoga with Agnes to improve his concentration, but he would never be as flexible as her. That afternoon, Nicholas tried diving with Diego and found out he was afraid of heights. That evening, he went swimming with Max and learned that he liked water, but he loved ice, especially ice rinks. He really missed playing hockey, and the tryouts were the next day. Nicholas was so nervous he didn't sleep at all. Early the next morning, he put on his goalie equipment. On the way to the arena, his dad gave Nicholas tips. He encouraged him. He told Nicholas he was the best goalie in the world, but Nicholas had zero confidence. Soon, with his heart racing, Nicholas was out on the ice with the rest of the players. There were 3 other goalies. They were big and tall. They looked mean. The 3 other goalies took their turns in net. They had all the moves. They stopped almost every shot on goal. Nicholas's confidence sank even lower. The coach blew the whistle. It was Nicholas's turn to take shots on goal. He was shaking all over. The players came forward, ready to attack. Nicholas trembled with fear. And then it clicked. Using a yogi's concentration and the strength of a weightlifter, Nicholas somersaulted, spun, and did backflips. With the flexibility of a gymnast, the precision of a tennis player, and the speed of a runner, he stopped every single puck. Nicholas would be the starting goalie. He got a standing ovation. "What's your secret?" everyone asked. Nicholas answered honestly. "My secret is my friends Maddie, Dominic, Julie, Kim, William, Agnes, Diego, and Max." The end, the end, the end.